everybody, it's Emily and I'm back and I'm filming. I haven't done this in a very long time and it feels kind of strange to be talking to a camera again, but I'm sure that it will get more normal as I talk. This week I am on spring break and I have a lot of plans to read, to film videos, and to write, and I'm excited about it. But before I start doing all those things, I wanted to talk about some of the books that I have been reading while I've been at school. The first book that I read when I first moved in, and I think it helped me with the transition a little bit, was Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery. And I really love this book. It's very heartwarming. The character Anne is so imaginative, and it kind of brings out my own memories of my childhood reading about hers, and it kind of prompts reminiscing. I probably would not have picked this book up had it not have been for the Netflix TV series, because I saw that and I loved that so much. I had heard about the story before then, but I never really thought it was something that I would like reading. But after enjoying the TV show, I really wanted to read the book to compare, and it is a lot different. There's actually a really good comparison YouTube video that I'm going to link below. I enjoyed it, and it kind of discusses in detail the differences. I marked a few of my favorite quotes in here, and I was just going to talk about one of them. Where is it? There are several, but I really like this one, and this is what Anne is saying. "Oh, it's delightful to have ambitions. I'm so glad I have such a lot. And there never seems to be any end to them. That's the best of it. Just as soon as you attain to one ambition, you see another one glittering higher up still. It does make life so interesting." And I like that quote. There's something that I really like about the character of Anne, that she's so optimistic and she always has something interesting to say. And I like her outlook on life. So I gave this book 4 stars. I really liked it, and I can't wait to pick up the second one, Anne of Avonlea, later, to see what else happens in her life. The next book that I picked up was Matilda by Roald Dahl. And I picked this one up because I had been so busy with schoolwork and with studying and reading textbooks that at the end of the day, I didn't want to read a book that would take a lot of thought and analysis on my part. I actually tried to read A Brave New World by Aldus Huxley, and it was a really great book. I got 90 pages into it, and I loved it. I was analyzing it, and it was very thought-provoking, but I kind of came to the conclusion that I would enjoy reading it more while I was not trying to take classes and do well in school, and I could put more of my thoughts into it and analyzing it. So I'm going to read that a little bit later. But this book did not seem that taxing, so I picked it up to read. And I have never read this book before. I had only seen the movie. I was not expecting it to be quite as dark as it is. I kind of forgot that about Roald Dahl, there's this darkness to his storytelling. I found the character of Matilda I could relate to her in a lot of ways, and I think this was a good book for me to read just while I was trying to unwind at the end of the day. And the print is also pretty large, so it's not like it's hurting my eyes. There were some times where I started listening to audiobooks more because I could just close my eyes and not have to worry about reading anymore, because my eyes were hurting from all the studying that I've been doing. And so I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks as well. I actually listened to Peter Pan. I finished that about a week ago, and I had never read that before. I had only ever seen the Disney movie and maybe a few others, and then a few stage productions, but I really loved that story. I gave it 5 stars. I listened to the audiobook that's narrated by Dahl, who, if you didn't know, he narrates some of the Harry Potter audiobooks as well. So his voice was very familiar to me because I've listened to those books so many times. And I loved the story of Peter Pan. Just the story itself is very fascinating, but what I really loved was analyzing it and thinking about the story. And I think I'm going to film a whole video about it and all my thoughts about it because I really loved the story that much. A book that I just finished yesterday was The Red Pony by John Steinbeck. And I don't know if this is technically a book or a novella, but it has 4 short stories that are connected and they go in chronological order. Overall, I would say it's a coming of age story. And I've seen that a lot in reviews. I was anticipating it to be sad, just based off of some of the reviews that I did read. And it was. The first story left me kind of heartbroken. And then after that, I think I got more used to it. But of course, I loved the writing. There's something about John Steinbeck's writing that I love so much, and I don't know what it is. In this book, you follow the story of a young boy by the name of Jody, and he goes on several adventures. In the first story, which has to do with the red pony, his father lets him have a pony and he can take care of it, and he's very excited because he's going to train the pony so that he can ride it, and all of the kids at school will see him with his pony. And there is tragedy, and I think I don't want to give a lot away though. I ended up writing notes because I didn't have paper with me in the book while I was trying to analyze it. I might actually film a discussion about this one too because I do have a lot of thoughts. So, yes, I give it 4 stars. I didn't love it as much as I've loved other John Steinbeck books. And I think part of it was because it was so heart-wrenching. But it was really good. Those are some of the books that I have read. I hope that your reading is going well. I'm planning on filming a few videos over break. I've been tagged in some things that I'm hoping to film some tags. I'm hoping to spend a lot of my break reading outside, and I'm excited about that because it's been really sunny today and it feels like spring. So, yes. I don't want to keep this video too long, so I'll see you next time, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!